YouTube? Welcome back to New Rock City. I'm your host, Stephen Moss, and I'm extremely excited to say that in just 2 weeks, I'll be flying out to England for the 2023 second annual New Rock City International Music Festival. This year, the festival will be held at 2 locations and feature 33 bands from 6 countries. On July 28th and 29th, I'll be at a venue called the Live Rooms in Chester, England. And on August 11th through the 13th, I'll be going back to where it all started in London at the amazing venue called the Black Heart. For today's show, we have a very special musical guest all the way from Wales. Welcome back to the show, Honeytalks. Hey, guys.
Hi, y'all.
Hello.
Thank you for coming back on. And I just wanted to, oh yeah, of course. Just wanted to quickly point out to all the bands that will be playing Chester and for the fans that will be attending, make sure to come up to Lauren, tell her thank you, because she's the one who put together the meeting with myself and the owners of the live room. So she's the reason why we have a second location. So Lauren, thank you very much.
Oh, bless you. No problem at all.
Lauren taking over the world.
One venue at a time. So it's been a year since you guys were last on the show and we interviewed. And it was really funny because I went back and watched it and I said this at the beginning. I said, I'm very excited for the show because I really think people are going to be seeing a lot of you guys over the years. And how true those words came to be. You guys have been very, very busy and you've accomplished so many things. So I want to get right into the interview. When we first spoke, the band was newly formed, unsigned, and only had a couple of songs online. I wanted to start today by having you guys go around looking back at the past year and say, what are some of your personal highlights that you guys have?
Oh, wow. God, where do we start? It's all...
Rise before this.
Yeah. The thing is, you have like, I don't know, it kind of all amalgamates as one big kind of journey, and it's all these little moments that you just kind of smile at along the way, and you're like, oh, this is amazing, this has happened, and then the next thing kind of happens, and then you just keep smiling and smiling at these little moments that happen. Even just the gig we played yesterday, you know, there was some like, I think they were about 5 or 6 year olds, and
they were so wholesome, just like
they were so cool, and that was just like that was a big highlight moment for me because, you know, I got one of the kids to play the guitar. And it's kind of like, you know, I if I was that age and I was that young watching a band, I would want them to do that to me, you know, to get me
right.
You know, inspired to play music and write and be, you know, go and take over the world playing music. You know, that's what I want from another band. So that was a beautiful moment for me when the kids were getting involved and stuff. It was great. And it's just little moments like that you have. But yeah, I mean, God, I don't even know where to start with everything that's happened, to be honest.
Nice. Well, it's all happened super fast.
I reckon we've stayed friends, which is good because a lot of bands struggle doing that. And we're all genuinely really good friends outside of the band. We like to hang out with each other and stuff like that. Staying healthy and staying on top of everything because it's tough going out there. You know, we're juggling full-time jobs. We've all got other stuff going on, and like, man, this is like a release for us, and it's good that we're all still so passionate about it. You know, what, a year on, I guess.
Nice. And Lauren, what about yourself?
Yeah, same. I say, like, you know, pretty much exactly what Ad and Dave said. You know, it's just like, it feels fresh. Like, you know, we're always like super on point, eager to keep going and trying new things and developing ourselves, trying to, you know, progress our craft and, you know, still keeping true to ourselves, like with our music and the style, but just kind of like trying to develop it and add little flavors and hints of, you know, how things progress with, you know, modern music, I guess. But yeah, just loving the journey and yeah, especially with Affiant as well. Like that was a real big, you know, big deal for us. So yeah, we're just absolutely stoked, and we can't wait, you know, for this festival in Chester and of course Camden, London as well. It's gonna be wicked.
Well, that kind of goes in well with my next question. Adam, last time I saw you and we interviewed, I said, what can your fans look forward to on your next album? And you responded by saying that the songs you released at the time were recorded over a year ago. And then you added the songs that will be coming are changing slightly. I feel the music is becoming more rounded with our kind of sound. We're still kind of establishing our sound. So I want to know, now that it's been a year later, have you guys found your sound, or what has that process been like? Or are you still kind of fine tuning it?
We don't have a sound yet.
Gotcha.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's all part of the creative journey and development. The good thing about us is we're inspired by so many different genres. We don't just listen to one genre all day, every day, and that's all we have in our minds. You know, we have so many different things, and other, not even music, other things in our lives that inspire us to write and be creative. So we're always coming in with new ideas into band practice, where we'll kind of say, right, I want to try and make something that sounds a bit like this today, or I want to write this kind of song, and it might be completely different to what we've just written, you know. And it's how you're feeling as well at the time. Emotions play a huge part in songwriting as well. So yeah, it's always changing, but I do feel that this new EP is a lot different from our first EP, but I feel like it's still us. You know, you can still feel like Honeytalks is still that main entity, and you can feel that.
Very nice. So I'm going to play a song and a video for those at home. The first one I'm going to play is Familiar Times. What can you tell us about that song and video?
That video was fun to shoot, man. we thought that idea like a week before doing it, and then Lauren just sort of knew a guy who owned somewhere where we could film it, and then I'd wove his magic with the filming and editing and
his stunts.
Yeah, like, briefly impressing stunts,
like martial arts.
So did Lauren? Did you actually hit Dave?
Oh yeah, totally. Like all the time. Yeah.
He was so worried about doing that, man. I just do it. I can take it. I got an iron chin. Go for it.
It was really sketchy. I was like, oh no. He's like, just do it properly. I was like, hell no. And I was like trying my best to just about graze him so it looked like, you know, as close as possible. Oh.
That's awesome. So for those at home, here's the video for Familiar Times by Honeytalks.
I've broken nose and black eyes, but
All right, and welcome back to the show, everyone. So, Lauren, in that song, you had like a prominent singing role. Is that going to be like more of a pattern in the future? We're going to have more songs with you singing?
I think so. I think just like, again, like little flavors here and there. I tend to sing, well, backing vocals in, you know, like the choruses and things. But yeah, maybe some more verses along the way. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's like, yeah.
Nice. Earlier, you touched about how you guys are now signed to Affiant Records. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did that
Thank
come
you.
about for you guys?
Ad was flirting with him on Instagram.
Yeah. On the way back from, what gig was it?
We've been down to London.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
In
I saw
London.
that they kind of, I think they liked a picture or something. So I was like, I'm gonna like a picture back, and then I think they liked another picture, and I was like, I'm gonna like another picture back. and then someone just said, right, screw it, just send them the press release and let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. And yeah, we sent it, and the rest is history. And we're so glad that we did send it, because it's been the best move for our band.
Oh, that's awesome.
Definitely.
I know I got to speak to them too. They're amazing people. They seem like very passionate about music. So it seems like a really good fit for you guys, and I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna play another song. This time I'm gonna play Super 8. What can you tell me about that song?
So Super 8 it's all about kind of day-to-day life, and you know, you kind of get into a routine where we need to get up, brush our teeth, have breakfast, go to work, come home, have tea, sleep, and then do it all over again the next day. And we get into that routine, and you know, routine's good for stability, but especially if you're like me and you have a mind like me where you need things to kind of change now and again and just be more creative, that routine makes you kind of, it kind of exhausts you and makes you feel depressed, and just you have no energy at all. You just have no energy. So you need something to kind of spark that kind of fire again. And it's kind of about trying to escape that routine. And some days you'll wake up, you feel great. Some days you'll wake up and you'll feel exhausted. So, you know, the line, watch me fade away and film it on a Super 8 is essentially getting up and feeling absolutely terrible, feeling depressed, but putting on like a smile for the camera.
Gotcha.
So that's what that's about, basically.
All right, for those at home, here's Super 8 by Honeytalks.
Sometimes I feel unstoppable.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. As we touched on, you guys are going to be playing both Chester and London. You'll be headlining Chester on Saturday, July 29th. You have a 1-hour set starting from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So you guys are now experienced. You've played many festivals in the past year. You've played lots of shows. In your opinion, is there much of a difference between being a headliner versus playing in like an earlier slot?
Just I have to stay up late.
And the kebabs and food stalls close after the gig. And then we're screwed. And all we can eat is McDonald's then on the 24 hours.
No, it's like it's an honor to be headlining, man. Like it's like sort of beyond my 13-year-old boy dreams when I was like practicing in my room and I had to play Rancid and things like that, and just being like, wow, people are singing songs that we play now. It's wild.
That's awesome. So in London, you guys are going to be playing Saturday on August the 12th from 8:10 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. And I have bands coming over from the United States and Canada who will be playing London for the very first time. What advice do you have for someone playing London for the first time?
Just get in there and enjoy every minute. It's such a cool place, super lively. I'd say it's more so, like for music especially, everyone, it's just like more lively, isn't it, guys? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think like London, it's very like where I live in North Wales, you'll have like, farmers and just like, everyday kind of working people, where London, you will meet every single different type of person on the planet in one venue. Like everyone will be completely different there. And there'll be people into like the craziest music you'll ever hear. And then there'll be people into like Beyonce and just anything you can find. So I wouldn't be worried at all about the type of music you play, or if you're worried about the crowd reacting or anything like that. There will definitely be people there who will absolutely love all the music and go wild, because it's just a great place to play. Really good.
It does.
So all of you guys have been working very hard the past year, and it's been paying off. You've hit so many goals that you've set to achieve as a band. I can't wait to go back in a year, rewatch this video to see how many of the check mark boxes your band has been able to check off. So now I'm just curious, what's next for Honeytalks? So envisioning the next year, what do you see on the horizon?
Wembley.
I personally, for me, I feel like an American tour would be incredible, and more music. I feel like we've got so much more to give as well, and I understand all like especially the how to release music and the business side of things. You have to really focus on releasing singles and how it's done now. But the amount that we write and how creative we are, we just want to kind of push music out all the time. So I really want to get as much music out as possible.
Just to add to that, I'd like to just have like a really, really good support slot for, I don't know, like maybe like a band like Blink-182 or I don't know, Alkaline Trio, just a band that I'm a fan of, just so I can meet them.
That would be insane. Yeah, definitely.
I have.
Tour.
Yeah, I have slid into Mark Hoppus's DMs, but ignoring me, I think.
Well, see, there you go. We might look back a year from now and be like, oh yeah, it actually happened. There you go. So just like last time, I like to end my shows by asking each of you to take a moment and say, what would you like to say to your fans?
Thank you so much for supporting and, keeping with us. It really means a lot. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. I know that sounds super cheesy, but you really do drive it for us, and it just makes us, the passion and everything. We just, you're just a massive help, and couldn't do it without you guys. like legit, yeah.
Very nice. What about you, Adam?
I mean, Lauren's just covered pretty much everything there. But it honestly, it's like she said, there was no chance we'd be where we are now without everyone's help and support, because it's people we've met along the way as well. We'll go to a gig somewhere, random where we've never been before. We'll meet people and we'll keep in touch and we'll just be friends. And when gigs come up, they'll be like, okay, we've got a gig coming up. Do you want to play? And then it's it's that kind of, you know, it's the kind thing, isn't it? Kind just keeps giving and giving and giving, and it's just amazing how we've met so many people and so many fans, and it's great. I love it. I love all of it.
And Dave, what about you?
Yeah, like just be kind to everyone, one another, and stay hydrated when you're at our gigs, isn't it?
Very nice.
Hydration for the nation.
Well, guys, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And in 2 weeks, I'll be seeing you. So thanks again for coming on the show.
See you soon, man.
Nice one. Thanks so much.
And for those at home, I'll have a link below in the description where you can follow Honeytalks on all their social media. A link to the tickets for the shows in Chester and London. And we'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.